So cue the fire. I don't know if you guys know this, but China has police stations all over the United States. Not just police stations. They are buying farmland like fisticuff. Or bad analogy, fisticuff, how about hand over fist? Properties, farmland, police stations. And look at this, I'm sorry, I can see the story, you can't. Buying U.S. farmland, giving weapons to Russia, and countries are choosing the yuan over the dollar. And I have to say, this is not good. Cue the fire number 2. And this stuff's going down now, and it's going to have repercussions over the next days, weeks, and months. And experts are giving us chilling warnings. But for some reason, administration is doing zero. Oh, hey, look. Hey, look at the balloon gathering all that nuclear data. And what are we going to do about it? Oh, it's just nothing. Well, there's a lot of them. Oh, it's all right. I mean, we don't want to poke the bear now, do we? Breaking news. I know I told you about this weeks ago. Chinese. The people from China, like, I'm not into communism. I want freedom. I love what you have, America, but it's kind of not freedom anymore. What are you guys doing over here? You're doing like what China's doing, are being abducted outside China. Yep, Chinese police stations all over. Hey, shocker, right? San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York. Come and take people that are trying to leave communism, but yep, they're setting up all over. And our administration is doing zero, nothing, nada. That's a zero. And what's so sad is these people flee communism because they're like, I don't want this. This isn't freedom. This is horrible. And people in America are like, I think I like communism or at least socialism. Just give me some more free stuff. That's not the way to go. You don't want to give up your freedoms, okay, for safety. They did that in China. They actually do it in all communist countries. And then they're like, oh, shoot. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, but it's too late. But it is not too late for you. This guy, I don't even know. We'll just call him G, a pro-democracy activist who was repeatedly tortured in Chinese psychiatric hospitals before he was able to flee to the U.S., where then we have we allow China to have police stations go, get him. Yep, torture him some more. Yeah, We'll teach him. I know I normally say I have no dog in this fight, but when you have government hitmen from China here buying farmland and having police, guys, what is happening in Los Angeles? They've tried to kill him 3 times, twice with a car. I mean, this is a movie. Someone make a movie about this. And no one is doing anything about it, and everyone's sounding alarms. Is Biden falling asleep over there? Yeah, maybe. So here we go. China buying U.S. farmland at what? Oh, it's not. Oh, wait, hold on. Breaking news at an alarming rate. Not just that. That was in January, February, March, every day. And what? Anyone doing anything about it? Even the balloons, they're like, oh, they shot them down. And now China's like, we got to get our stuff back. All of our equipment. And, you know, the administration's like, yeah, that's probably the best thing to do here. Not just that, Michael here, he wrote a book, The 100-Year Marathon. See, that's what they do. It's like, hey, you got time? We can handle this. He will tell you. But this cat is coming on, and I have to be careful because, like, when I do videos, they're like, oh, that's our video. We'll take that. Thank you. Little strike on your channel. This guy is telling you that they are buying up lots of farmland all over next to military bases. And what are we doing about it? But let's just here listen in. I'll give you a couple seconds.
It's a very important subject, and it's a good. What obviously has to happen, and this was known at least a year ago, if not 2 years ago. There needs to be a law passed by both houses, signed by the president, monitoring this or saying it cannot be done if it's so many hundreds of miles away from an Air Force base. But there's no action by Congress. You'll notice the letter you put up from the Air Force is really chilling. The Air Force warning an individual senator, this will hurt the U.S. Air Force if you allow this to happen. That's not the way policy is made. A letter doesn't stop anything. There has to be legal action taken. It has become a crime, for example, to do some.
And nope, go ahead, China, buy as much as you want. Next, right smack dab next to our military installation, plural or singular? That would be plural. Lots of them, and we're doing nothing. And also, move it like what I was saying about the balloons. Look. Yeah, let's click the button.
The Republic of China executed an incredibly successful intelligence operation over the mainland of the United States, and conversely, the Biden administration committed an unprecedented national security blunder of incalculable.
Well, they're pretty good at that. Just do absolutely nothing while they're gathering all of this intelligence. I know I was in the Air Force. I know how it all works. It's us. It is freedom against you get no freedom. And a lot of people in the United States of America are like, I'll give up my freedom for a little bit of safety. And I'm telling you, you will get neither. That is what our founding fathers stood for. And they said no. Now our politicians are like, yeah, maybe, you know what? It's okay. Wait, what do I get out of this? Well, right? That's like the mantra. What do I get out of this? Or raising children. I know teaching high school where parents bribe their kids. And then their kid, because me, whoop off the belt. Oh, you're going to do that because it's the right thing to do. Now it's like, now kids are coming through the whole system like, well, what do I get out of this? While this is all going on of us like, well, okay, just we'll let it go this time. Now Vlad in China, they're like BFFs forever. Hey, my BFF forever and ever. U.S. considers release of intelligence on China's potential arms transfer to Russia. Western nations, these guys are like little lovebirds, have intelligence that Beijing might end its self-imposed restraint on weapons supplied to Moscow. And it's so sad, but this is the same cycle that we go through every 80 years. Yeah, maybe 100. But fourth turning gives it every 80 years. You have this right here, every 20. You could just go ahead and bookmark it. Hard times. You haven't seen hard times yet. You're going to see hard times. Right now, you are good times. Good times. Good times create weak men, and that is what we have. We have a military of weak men. We have politicians weak. Everyone's just walking around. I don't even know if I'm a toaster or a man. Weak men create hard times. You have not experienced that yet. You will. So we start with, we are in the good times create weak men. We're rolling though, right? And you can make money on that roll. And then you have weak men create hard times. But the good news is, after the fourth turning, hard times create strong men. So that means that my kids, yes, are going to create strong men. And then those strong men are going to create good times. But then everyone screws it up. And actually, I need to download this. Actually, I need to get Neil on the show. I'm sure he would come on. Grab that book. The Fourth Turning is here. What the seasons of history tell us about how and when the crisis will end. Well, we already know. Well, I mean, I know because I listened to the audio of the Fourth Turning, and it happens every single time, and it always ends in right there. See that little blue circle? Civil unrest. And that's why I purchased land in Texas by water and land away from people, because I know in the end it's going to be bad. You're like, but Bravo, you're in Austin, you're in the city. I know, hurry. I mean, it seems okay right now, but when it goes bad, it goes bad that fast. And wait just a second, I tried to order it. Oh my gosh, I'm July 18th. Okay. It's after my birthday, so I guess we all have to wait. Or maybe I'll just have him on the show and be like, hey, tell my audience everything what the book is about, so we don't have to spend money. $16.99. It's not going to kill you. Although I'll tell you what will probably kill you. I don't want to use that word. Scratch that. It might. It won't. Iraq. Look at everyone is coming after us. Iraq to drop dollar for yuan. That's a good one. Yay! More communism in trade with China. That's amazing. I mean, we are just getting attacked from all over. Why don't we just throw in the towel? That's it. All right, Iraq. I thought we tried to help you a few years ago. So it looks like we got China, we got Russia, according to a statement released by the Iraqi Central Bank. Carrying out transaction in the Chinese currency would boost the balance of Iraqi banks with accounts with Chinese banks. Yay! We should have a new slogan, Make America China Again, right? And even if you think about it for a second, even our kids growing up, they're TikTok, need more. If you don't know, mom and dad, every time you log in, they know where you're going. They know what you're doing. They have China, right? And there's actually our state senators are like, what the frack? They have all the information. They have to create laws in each state. But the ones that don't, well, okay, I guess it all goes to China. They know what you are typing, what you're doing, what you're saving, what your files are. If you change your file types, this is insanity. They even key log your strokes when you're like, oh, what's my password to my bank account? So when your bank account gets wiped out, don't go crying to me. Go talk to Xi. And if you don't know who he is, the president, China. He grabbed all your information along with all the stuff that he grabbed from the spy balloons that are over here that were like, oh, it's nothing. Don't sweat it, bravo. Not just that. If you don't believe me, believe Emperor Palpatine. When this one of the entire freak show comes out to you and tells you, and she's a Yellen, she's warning China. Like, okay, good job, Janet. Warns China of serious consequences if it helps Russia evade U.S. sanctions. Well, I'll tell you, Emperor, it's probably not going to go down the way you want. Oh, nice. Oh, I don't know about those things. Are those pearl? Those are like those metal beads. This is a PG channel, and what would you do with metal beads? Huh. But she's coming out hard, and she's saying, if you mess with our this Ukraine thing, yeah, the Ukraine war, right? You're going to whip the belt off because we have our own agenda. And let's just say that their agenda, the president, that's the popular table. Okay, I don't know. Whatever happens behind closed doors, you're not a part of it. Also, the money and power that's associated with it, you don't get any of it. Well, unless you learn how to trade it. But also coming in from Janet Yellen, things could get worse in hours, days, or weeks. I think we have some problems. But it's not from Janet so much. It was Janet, but they switched hats. Her and Jerome's like, okay, you go do that, I go do this. Then we go back in the banking industry. We go to the banking industry, then we switch hats, make a lot of money, and then we'll go back. Fed minutes. I don't know if you guys picked this up. It's a few days old. But as this article says, yesterday, well, it's more than yesterday, Fed's minutes had a few key takeaways. Obviously, the majority of FOMC voted for 25, but they're getting kind of FOMO. Think they're going to be hitting a 50 so those of you that think when the Fed raises the fund rates, all of our stock market, beauty pageant goes to hell. Well, you better be ready. And that was a time when U.S. data was looking weaker than it is now. And what's scary is that little 2% right over there. They can't get it down to 2%. So let's just destroy everything. It basically goes from stimmies to transitory to OMG, we can't fix this, to we need to make sure you get fired, to just wipe this whole system clean. Which, as the article says, the simple point is we arguably, I knew that word was going to suck, have years of hawkish inflation, surprises in the likes of the Fed minutes because of structural factors still being deliberately overlooked 12 months after the Ukraine war started, and things could get what? Worse in hours, days, or weeks. I'll take years. That'd be, let's just kick this thing. Although I think they're going to have a struggle kicking it because the can is huge and Jerome Powell's worst fears are coming true. Yesterday, today, and forever in the job market. Everyone's like, you're not paying me enough. Jerome's like, everyone's fired. Nope, we're still here there, Jerome. Pay me. And if you didn't think it was bad enough, you're like, Bravo, you always tell us how to make money from this. Maybe not in this video. Okay, I'll think about it. U.S. to bolster its small forces in Taiwan? Yay, let's bring on the wars. This is great. Let's just move that clock. What are we at? 14 seconds left until end of the world? U.S. to bolster its small forces in Taiwan in signal to China. Ooh, we're getting tough, huh? There, Joey B. Also, if for some reason you're like, wait, in war we can make money. Yeah, politicians do. A lot of people do, right? That would be Lockheed Martin Corporation. If you're interested, I mean, there's a lot out there that you guys can trade. If you can swing trade it, just turn on your little 200, or in my swing trading course, that's where you start. Also raising all the prices on all the courses. So grab it, turn on a little Lux Algo to see maybe what's happening. I have my swing trading one turned on for you so you can see it. It's where you would swing in and swing out, looking at a couple of things just to know, like, what's going on, where are we going. You see a channel that we're currently going in, which is up, which means the war people are making some cash in Lockheed. This was a great, I mean, the last swing was great. The one before that was great. Actually, what did you put on? And see this? It gets a beat down. Oh, see the 200? What was this? Above that one to there, you're 22, 23%, and it's another swing. So let that thing go up. Go into that little Lux Algo zone. You can short it, make money down, get ready to retest the 200, and make some more cheddar. Because why do we want to just let all the spoils go to government officials? I say take advantage of it. Pop the confetti. Not just that, get rid of that confetti with some fire. Cue that fire. Do it. Do something rather than just sitting there. I know we can complain all day long. Look at what China's doing. Look at the administration. That doesn't fix yourself, okay? Handle your own home, and everything will be okay. And if it is not, that's still okay, because that's what makes you who you are. The struggles in life. And I love you. Take care. Stay safe. Stay free. I'll see you tomorrow.